Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. This one is going to be a fun one, guys. No, this is not just some battle or something like that. No, this is about a magical sword. In France. Sorry, the coughing, dude. Allergies. It's called Durendal. Okay. In France, museum in Durendal is in Durendal. But only until recently embedded It was until recently embedded into a cliffside of the Notre Dame Chapel. Legend tells that it belongs to a medieval warrior called Roland. Little is known about him, but he is remembered as the greatest warrior of medieval France, and so the French king gave him a Durendal, magical sword once wielded by the ancient Greek hero Hector. So powerful the sword that an Italian ruler invaded France to steal it. After being defeated in battle, Roland was desperate not to surrender the sword. Knowing it was impossible to destroy Durendal, he threw it into a cliff above him. This guaranteed the safety and provided it was sharp enough to cut through rock. The cliff since became pilgrimage to the site, with people coming from all over to see the magical sword. I could cut through anything. Quando Lavico Estrato Orlando Fusese, it once belonged to Hector, of course, of Troy, and was given to Ronald by Malagini. The Song of Roland was sword said that it contained with its hilt one tooth of the St. Peter blood of St. Basil hair and St. Denis, a piece of the remnant of Blessed Virgin Mary. Was in a poem and everything. Okay, I won't go too far into it. So, Charlemagne's troops coming back from the siege of Sargos were ambushed by thousands Saracens, helped by Moros. Count Roland fought a losing rear guard action for the Franks' army attempts to destroy the sword to prevent it from being captured, ambushed. Well, it just says that it still exists. The sword. There's pictures of it and everything. But I won't detail. Well, what happened? It was stolen. How can it was chained to this cliff, it was embedded into a cliff. How was it stolen? Well, you see, it was done during the night. Of course, the police were all over it. All over this, trying to find out who did it. Kind of weird how that. Why are we involved, right? What was up with us? Why are we involved? Yeah, one may wonder. One wonders. Why are we getting involved in all this hoopla? Well, you see, what happened was Sarah got contacted by a wanted, her dad. She got contacted by, talked to her dad, who was a thief. I'm not talking low level, low tier thief. I'm talking up tier, steals artifacts, magical or otherwise, and sells them in the black market and makes money. Thief. Yeah, that type of thief. Now, here's what happened. Sarah knew exactly who stole it because it was her dad. Sarah contacted that weekend. We were in Ireland doing the ghost hunt. Fruitful, but yet not so fruitful. After she heard about it, about the sword being stolen. See, if you guys remember previously, we found a magical artifact, Merlin's staff, in in Lanos City. It was stolen. We took the artifact and gave it to a museum. 2 weeks later, we found out it was stolen by none other than Sarah's dad. Sarah volunteered us to track him down. Now, how are we going to do that? Sarah spent months on figuring out using some type of transponder on how to measure magical artifacts or to track or trace magical artifacts. Why? I don't know. She said it would be useful. She used Medusa's help. No, our friend Medusa. I call her Deuce. Help because, well, she is kind of like a magical creature of sorts. This is the first time we met up on anything legendary or magical, if you know what I mean. She figured out how to measure wavelengths of these things of magic or something like that. The closer we were to it, the more this thing would beep. I thought it was a bad idea for the beeping, why not just flashing? But whatever. We wound up. It took us about 2 weeks to find this guy, to find her dad, using what Sarah knew about him, how he liked to steal and live on the high and the hog. We were taking Deuce this time. We weren't gonna have just the three of us. We were gonna have four. So me, Sarah, Deuce, and Jim, we found out where he was living. Well, staying in France. Yes, he was still in France. High-end part of France, Paris, but still in France. He was living in a upper uptown, one of those $1 million a day villas. Or well, just an upper class hotel. We tracked him there. Now, this sword was unbreakable. It could cut through anything. Now, one would say, wow, this has got to be a beautiful sword. Not really. It was a rusty piece of shit. Pardon my language. So, He had it, we'll put it this way. He had it looking pretty. We saw it in the display case. He was waiting for a seller. Now, how we got in? Well, Sarah is his daughter. He didn't know why we were there, nor did it matter. Of course, Jim and her went in the front door. Me and Deuce went around back. Now, he was more than willing to show Sarah where this was. Show him his collection. Now, what I mean by around back, it's a hotel. Well, hotel being B, Airbnb. So he was in someone's house. He had this thing displayed. He was renting this house. We had to get this somehow. Get this artifact somehow. How we did it? Well, that'll be released in case file number 3. Don't normally do 2 parts, but this one's going to be a 2-parter because I have so much I want to put into this one. Good luck, good night, and see you in part 2. Well, part 3, but part 2, case file 3, but part 2, case file 1.